Good afternoon, friends. Another day in the shop, another day working on the 1966 Shovelhead. Today I know I'm wearing a jacket, I'm dressed pretty warm. It's 1 degree out here, 1 degree Fahrenheit outside. The furnace is running like crazy. It's been running all day. It's about 65 in the shop, and I can't keep this thing warm. So I've got quite a few layers on. I probably look a little bulky, but I am freezing my tail off. I'll tell you what, it is cold outside, and it's not really that comfortable in here. I'm glad to be inside rather than outside, that's for sure. I'm not shoveling today. It's not snowing like crazy, but man, is it cold. We've had, I don't know, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of below freezing, actually negative degree temperatures, honestly, with the wind chill. Last Friday being negative 20 some odd degrees with the wind chill. Today, right now, everything is about 1 degree. I'm not sure what the wind chill is. We're supposed to hit a high of 8 degrees, so it's cold. It's super cold, so I'm all bulked up. Anyway, that's not what we're here for today. We're here to work on this bike. Today I'm going to mess around with the exhaust. I've got a bunch of different exhaust bits. I'm going to hang a few parts on here, and I'm going to get a good look at what I've got and try to get an idea of what the overall look is going to be. I've got a few thoughts in my mind on what I want to do with this thing, but I'm not 100% positive on the finished design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mounting pipes, putting things together, and then stand back and take a good look at everything. To start, I have a couple of different front head pipes. And as you can see, this one here has a little kick out to it, and this one goes straight down. So I want to put these in and just kind of look at how they're going to fit with everything else. So I've got these for front head pipes. I have our collector here. This is for your rear, and then hooks to your squish pipe. I do have a new squish pipe here. It does not match, and I know that. I know this stuff is either chrome or old chrome that needs to be polished. I may just paint this black and leave it. I don't know. I may look for a chrome one too. I know I've got a few more at home. I know I've got one that's black for sure. I probably have some more like this, but I'm almost positive I don't have anything that's chrome. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. Then I have the rear, and then I've got a couple of actual exhaust tips or ends, and I've got a couple of thoughts on how I want those to look. So I'm going to tuck this cable out of the way here, and we're going to start throwing parts at this bike. I'm going to take my front exhaust pipe here. This is the one that's straight down, and I'm going to insert it into the front head, and I'm going to see how that looks and how that fits with the frame. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to go with just yet. One of the factors I did not consider was fitting this in before I put the engine in. I guess I thought that there would be enough room to snake this thing in once the engine was in place, but now that I have the engine in and I'm trying to fit this in, it is not going to go. I'm not sure the best practice here. I really had thought that I could get this underneath, and I don't see a good way to do that. I'm hitting everything. There's no real room in there, so I guess I probably should have put that in before I put the engine in. So unfortunately with this, I'm kind of stuck. As you can see with the front head pipe, it fits really nicely in here. I don't want it to kick over any further because I feel it's going to get everything kind of out of the way. I don't know if that's going to fit better. I think it's going to push it over too far here. I could try it just to see, but I do like where it fits down here. Hopefully you guys can see this running in here, and it fits really nicely in there. I like that. That, I believe, fits really well. Next, we're going to work on the rear head here. We're going to get the rear exhaust pipe put in place. Without the center pipe here, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fit it up properly, but I am going to attach the collector here. This is where the two halves meet. And I believe this is going to fit nicely right here. I know that everything's real loose, and I know it's not exactly where it needs to be. I don't want to force that on just yet because I don't want that to be a problem. With my collector in place, now I can get kind of an idea on where the muffler is going to fit, but I do have this shock to worry about here, and I don't want to run into that. So I've got a couple of mufflers. We'll probably put them in place and see how they look and get an idea. I've had this little short can for a while. It does have baffling in it, and I kind of like it. I don't want this to be too long, and I think with the proper bracketry, this might look okay. So I'm just going to kind of set this in place. Again, trying to keep everything mostly loose. This may work, it may not. Obviously, my rear shock is hitting right on this, and I don't love that. this may have to come down just a little bit further. I may have to cut it off shorter. I'm not 100% sure here. I'm going to have to get some reference points and figure it out. It'd be nice if I had a squish pipe in there because I could tie everything together, but unfortunately I don't have that in there, and my rear exhaust is not all the way in place, so that means this is not long enough, so that's going to be an issue as well. I'm running right into the transmission here, and I don't have it hooked up all the way. If I take the muffler off, it does give me more room. One of the things I'm running into here is these transmission nuts, these outer cover studs. They're a castle nut or crown nut, acorn nut, excuse me, that's what I'm looking for here. They're a little long, they're about a ½ inch. So the bottom one here is actually hitting on the exhaust, so that one's going to have to go away. I'm going to have to remove that one. Not that I need to see it anyway. I might have to remove 2 of them. This one for sure is going to have to go because it's hitting on the back side of this. Once I get that off, then I probably can adjust everything the way I need it to. So we're going to go ahead and remove that next. Now that I've removed the bottom one, I'm hitting the top one here, and I still don't have enough room. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that one as well. All right, I know it's hard to figure out, but with those 2 acorn nuts out of the way, I was able to take my rear exhaust and tuck it in properly, and I've got everything fairly level. I'll get my level out and make sure it's proper. This exhaust will seal the way that it should now, which is what I wanted to do. I don't have anything tight. I don't have a gasket in there, so I know there's room that's going to move things around. I may end up taking the 2 points where I remove the acorn nuts off of the kicker cover, and I may end up using one of them for some sort of a mount point for this collector here. That way I can hold everything together and tie it together. Maybe it'll be overkill, maybe it won't. I know I want to run a bracket off the back side of the frame here to this muffler. And what I see here with this does give me enough clearance here. This should work really well. So then, of course, the question is, do I run a short muffler or do I run a long one? Try to get this in frame here. Obviously, you can see the short one cuts off right here before the axle itself. I'll grab the long one and give you guys a visual on that. Here's my long can. Here's my short can. You can see the difference here. Obviously, if I run a long can, it's going to stick out well past the axle here toward the rear of the bike. Not a bad look, more of a stock look, and I know this bike is not stock. Now it is a little fatter can, so it does touch the bottom of the shock here, and I am a little worried about that. Just because this does move a little bit, this should be bottomed out, but it doesn't mean something can't happen and it can't hit. I'm not sure if it will. I hope it won't. I'm not sure if I'm going to run that or if I'm going to run something longer. Okay, back to the squish pipe. A little bit of a development here. I've never done this before, so this is new on me. You know, this is something I haven't seen or I haven't messed with, and I'm looking at space, and obviously I'm not trying to scratch up my frame or mess anything up, so I'm making changes on the fly. You guys can flame me in the comments. I'm sure somebody will because, I'm an idiot, and that's true. I'm kind of dumb on some of this stuff. But anyway, if I take this squish pipe, there's just enough room right here to fish this thing in. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I can fish it in there, and I should be able to kind of, cantilever it back far enough to get it to my mount point. So right here is my mount point. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's move the camera just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about here. So obviously here's my mount point for the squish pipe. There is a stud already in there from the previous exhaust. Okay, check that out. Now the squish pipe is in place. Obviously this being silver like that, not the right color. Black's probably going to be the way to go. We'll match a little bit nicer. Now we can kind of continue on with what I'm doing. Just for giggles, we'll grab this other pipe that kicks out a little bit. We'll put it in place here and see how this fits. So what I'm seeing on this pipe here is it's actually hitting on one of the case bolts. And maybe it's because it's too long. Maybe I can cantilever this around and get it in place. I'm not sure. We'll try to fish it in this way first. So unfortunately that one doesn't fit the way I'd like it to, and I don't want to mess around with things a whole lot. I'm guessing the angle on this one must be a little bit better, and I could get this one in properly. As you can see, that one fits in very nicely. We'll go ahead and we'll put the nut back on, thread it all the way down. All right, so what I'm seeing now is with this front head pipe threaded down the way it should be and tightened up, I've got quite a gap down here for my squish pipe. I can actually fit my thumb between there. Hard to show on camera. I could move the camera, but I'm not sure you'd see. It's pretty dark. So I'm going to undo the squish pipe from its mount tab. And this mount tab is not a factory tab. It's something someone had added at some point. And I'm going to assume when they added this, that they moved it, because this had a independent exhaust. So I'm thinking that's part of the issue there. So we'll go ahead and shift things forward. And that tab is right in the way, so I guess I'm going to have to cut that off. So I guess I'm going to cut that real quick here. Once I cut that off, then I should be able to fit everything in properly. So that is in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and chop that thing off. What stinks with a freshly painted frame is having to cut on it and then know you're having to weld on it later. At this point, that's okay. It's part of the deal, right? I mean, if you're not customizing your bike along the way, are you actually working on it? A little disappointed and have to cut on it, but I'm putting a different exhaust on, and I guess I didn't think it through. I didn't realize that this mount tab was not the tab that came on the bike. I've seen these before, and I thought this was in the proper location, but it is not. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll get the squish pipe hooked up, and then we'll start hooking up the rest of this exhaust. So again, we'll fish our squish pipe back in place. I believe that's in the proper location. Next, we can take our collector here and start pushing these parts together. All right, with our collector together, hooking our rear exhaust pipe to our squish pipe, I think everything is in the proper location. Okay, took a little bit of time here, did some finagling, kind of twisted some parts, messed with some things a little bit. Obviously, I'm making an exhaust for this bike, so nothing's going to fit like it should. I know that none of these pieces were previously ran on this bike. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what they came from. They came from a parts lot. I know that these were a buyout that I made recently. This part, and the front were all one collection from one, I don't know, buyout. Not exactly even sure where I got it from. The squish pipe piece here I got from a panhead lot that I bought a long time ago. I've got quite a few of these that are new old stock replacement parts. So that seems to be fine. The can itself, I couldn't tell you where that came from either. I know that it's older. All of this stuff is used. None of it's new. I like the look of it, but one of the things I'm thinking about doing is I may polish all these parts. Probably not the squish pipe itself. I'm probably going to paint that black unless I can find a chrome one. If I can find a chrome one, I'll replace this with a chrome one. If I can find a chrome one that looks kind of similar. I did do a little research and looked online. I didn't find a whole lot. I did check eBay, of course. eBay has a few on there. They're pretty darn expensive because they're OEM parts and they're in the $200 to $300 range. And I'm just not spending that right now. I don't have it, so I'm not looking for that. I'm hoping to polish this stuff up, though, and make it look kind of nice. One of the things I do need to do as well is I've got one of these Cycle Shack brackets, and actually it mounts underneath here. My thought is I'll go ahead and I'll mount that underneath there. I'll probably paint this black too, and then I'll probably have a bung or something welded onto this can here, so that way I can bolt this in place and everything can be rigid. I feel like that'll hold up real nicely, and it's hidden. You won't be able to see it. So I believe this is my overall exhaust. I may get a fishtail for the end of this thing just to make it kind of look cool. I do like that look. I don't want to run the full-length can. I think the full-length can is going to go on a future project. I've been hanging on to that full-length can for a long time. I've got a couple other cans that are black, and they may be a little shorter. I think they're Cerakoted. I could be wrong. They could be just plain, flat black from whatever, or painted with some sort of engine paint. I could also paint this stuff with an engine paint, but I don't like the look of that, and this stuff was already chromed, and I don't know how well it's going to hold up, so I'm not thinking I'll do that. My first attempt is going to be polishing this stuff. Obviously, right now, none of this is together. None of it's bolted in all the way. Everything's loose. I'm not sure if I need to weld these joints to make sure that they don't leak. It's one of those things where if I need to put some sort of a gasket maker in there, some high temp gasket maker, the orange stuff. If that's the case, I'll look into that. Again, I've never put one of these on, so I'm not sure what I should be or shouldn't be doing. I feel like on the older stuff, it was just loosely fit together on the old panheads, knuckleheads, and flatheads. But then again, those are running a low compression, engine. Where this is a 74-inch engine. It's got 40 over pistons in it. No, actually, I take that back. I did put stock standard bore pistons in the standard bore cylinder. So this is a 74-inch engine. Now it does have a cam. It's a little cam in there. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. It's going to run a little higher end carburetor. It'll probably run down the road okay, but I don't think I'm making crazy compression. I would imagine it's probably close to stock, whatever the stock compression rate is. I don't know what the ratio is on these things. I think it's 8.5 to 1 or 8 to 1. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, honestly, off the top of my head. I believe it's in the 8 range. But anyway, this is the exhaust. This is kind of how it's going to look. I do like the look of it. I know it doesn't match everything, but like I said, I'm going to be adding some of the, dirty parts to this bike. The floorboards are not brand new. Some of the other bits and pieces are not brand new. The paint scheme is a aged look, so it's made to look aged. It's like a patina style paint. And I don't want this bike to look brand new. It's not some show queen. It's not going to be a bike that's going to look like it's just rolled off the lot or some. Well, friends, that's it for this video. Now, I know this is not complete, and I'll bring you along on when I do actually go through and polish this and when I hang these parts on here. But I wanted to kind of set this thing up today. I wanted to film the process and talk about some of the things that you could run into when putting a custom exhaust on. Now, I know this isn't totally custom. I know there's way more wild things out there than this is here, but this is custom compared to what I was running. Now, food for thought stuff here. You can buy complete kits. I know that you can go on to Gasbox and I can buy all of this stuff all ready to go. And from what I've heard, that stuff is fantastic. Now, I had these parts laying around, so in my mind, it didn't make sense to go out and buy a brand new complete head pipe kit when I had parts laying around that I do kind of like. So instead, I chose to run these. Of course, friends, if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that subscribe button. I know my subscriptions have gone up immensely, and I want to thank all of you for subscribing and following along. Of course, to all my members that have joined my membership program, that continues to grow, and I want to say thank you all to all the members who have joined so far. If you're looking into doing that, go to the YouTube landing page, pick a tier, and pick a membership. The nice thing with that is you can see these videos the minute I upload them. You don't have to wait until they're released. So if you're looking forward to seeing this content coming out faster, that's a great way to do it. Anyway, friends, that's it for this one. We'll catch you next time.